Three problems I faced when I started out as an affiliate marketer, and here is how I dealt with those issues. Number one was battery issues. Now, if you live in a country like Nigeria and you live in a place like Abuja, sometimes you might have power cuts, and because of that, you might suffer from battery issues. In my case, it wasn't just because there was no light, it was also because I was using an iPhone XR and my battery never lasted as long as it could. And here is how I solved that problem. The secret was in timing. What I'll do is, once I got my phone to charge to 100%, the first thing I'll do was to shoot a bunch of content before I start scrolling on Instagram or whatnot, or whatever. Before then, I would have already planned out all the content I intend to create. So I just shoot a bunch of content at that time before anything else. And more often than not, by the time I'm done shooting content, I already have like 30% or 20% left. By then, I'm already done shooting content. The second thing that I discovered was that on my street and where I live, when I had like serious power cuts, when we were not having power for about 3 days, I discovered a place where I could go charge my phone, 100 or 300 naira. So if you live in a low income environment, you're likely to find those kind of solutions in your street. You just have to ask. Now, the third and the final thing I did was to get power bank. I got a power bank, an ITEL power bank, and that has been serving me since then. Another thing for me was background. So now this is my bedroom, but I didn't start this way. One of the things that hindered me from starting was that I didn't have a fancy background. I didn't have a really presentable background, you know. But what I did to solve that was I borrowed other people's background. Whenever I went to a location that had a good background, I'd shoot a bunch of videos there. I'd shoot mostly B-roll videos or memes, or I'd shoot like, I could even shoot talking head videos. Scroll to the to the bottom of my page, and you want to see my earliest videos, you find out that it's a different background from this. Sometimes you find different kinds of background. And I know when it comes to branding, you want to have one background because you want people to familiarize with where your location is. But if you're starting from zero, you don't have that many choices. So you have to make do with what you have. Another thing for me was editing. Specifically, CapCut limitations. So with CapCut, you're only allowed to export 3 videos without watermark a month. And when you upload videos that have watermark, the algorithm may not favor you. So after creating like 3 videos a month, you're supposed to stop there. And again, you don't have the money to afford CapCut Pro. What did I do to solve that problem? Very simple, actually. The solution was very surprising. The solution was just TikTok and Instagram. Like, if I was uploading a video on TikTok, all I'll do is simply edit it on TikTok. And if I'm uploading on Instagram, all I do is simply edit it on Instagram. You'll be surprised at how much you could do with the editing softwares that come with TikTok and Instagram. Yes, there is a limitation to what they can do. But again, you're starting from zero, so you have to make do with what you can access. And TikTok and Instagram editing apps are free. Now to the biggest challenge I face, and I'm still facing: space. Yes, space on my phone. Up to this date, I'm still using an iPhone XR to shoot my videos. I have an iPhone and I have a Windows laptop, and my iPhone has only 64GB space. So you can imagine it is it never has space. And this was so frustrating because there are times whereby I'd plan out all the videos that I intend to shoot. I plan out everything that I need to do regarding content creation, get ready, dress up, get to a good location, and then space will just F me up. How I solved that? What I did was I went online to find out how I can transfer videos from my phone, an iPhone, to a system, and I figured it out. And the solution was local send. All I had to do was download local send on my iPhone and download it on my system. And then when I've shot a bunch of videos and I'm done using those videos and I don't want to delete them, all I have to do is send those videos from my phone to my system. And I have to make sure that they're both connected to the same Wi-Fi. Thankfully, I have a modem, so I just connect them to the same Wi-Fi and I do that. In fact, before shooting this video today, I did that with a lot of videos that I have saved on my phone. And if you don't have a system, or you don't use an iPhone, and you're still having space issues, one of the things that you can do is you can open a Google account, a Google Drive account, and then move those videos into your Google Drive. You can have up to 3 different Google accounts, and then you just move them to multiple videos. Now, when you open a Google account, your Google Drive has a space of 15 gig for free. If you want to have more than 15 gig, then you have to pay for it. And I think 100 gig is about 900 naira monthly. So you do what's favorable for you. These are some of the challenges I faced when I started out my online career journey, and these are some of the challenges that you may face as well, and this is how I solve them. My name is Zuli. This is Grow with Zelex. If you want to grow with me, you can follow me on all social media platforms everywhere, and you can also find me, or you can chat me up on WhatsApp in the number in the description below. And I would like you to also follow, subscribe, like, share, click the notification bell so you know when I upload